Guys, Draco Socard here. This is Draco Does CGI. It's part of the Draco Socard channel where I play video games and do Blender animations and scenes. This is part 2 of the Samoubitza skull. My friend Samobutza asked me to make him a carbon fiber. Well, asked me to design up a carbon fiber mold for making little skull ingots out of silver. He's huge into silver, and he's got some friends who do the forging. So this is part 2. We've already cleaned up the skull quite a bit. I got to make it so it can be cut into a mold, and I have a shop that's looking into doing that for me. But this is just me working on this. This will be a mold that goes in from this direction down, and it will be roughly around a 5-ounce ingot in the shape of a skull. Yeah, so let's get some music going. We're gonna start that song over. All the music you hear is by Infanzia from infanzia.com. It's I like it. It's relaxing. It helps me get in the mood for drawing. Some of them will really get me pumped for playing games. But right now we're gonna work on the Samoubitza skull mold for about an hour, and I'll probably do this every weekend until it's done. Might even be done today. I doubt it. Not an hour, but we'll see. Also, coming next week, starting March 11th, which is a Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, I have decided I'm going to challenge myself and make one huge scene a year. It's gonna be a Wizard's Keep. This is the first time I'm announcing it, but I'm gonna put an announcement video out later about this. I'm gonna put out a half-hour video of. It'll be time-lapse and everything. It'll be premiered on Thursday, and then I'll be there live to chat. And at the end of that premiere, the full-length video will then become active, so you can watch that if there's anything you wanted to learn from that video. Basically, this huge project is going to be one theme, one scene, but many, many items. And I'm going to let you guys collaborate. If you guys have any suggestions, just put it in the chat. If you guys want to help and do some, you guys can make items and submit it. I'll have a Dropbox, so you can just drop it in there. Just be aware that the Dropbox will be public, so anything you drop in there can be taken out by anybody that can get in there. So there's no royalties to those. I'll even put my items in there, so you guys can have them. You must include materials and all that such stuff. I really do need to look at the rules of polygon materials, though, because that's all I use is polygon materials. I have a whole bunch of them. I'm a member over there. But the artistic style I'm going for is realism. But that'll come out. I'll put that all in the announcement. So today, Samoubitza skull part 2. All right. I'm gonna hide the jaw and the teeth, and we're still just working on the upper jaw. I mean, that kind of looks sweet. I don't know. I tend to put skulls in a lot of my artwork I'm seeing. I have 2 major pictures I've done, not motion pictures, but scenes, and they were for contests for CG Boost, and one was called After Humans, where I have or Life After Humans. I have a skull that's half buried in dried mud, and coming out of the eye socket is a plant, so it'd be Life After Humans, right? And then there's a shadow of an alien in the background. No alien in the picture, but the shadow of one. Didn't win. Didn't get an honorable mention. Didn't get anything out of that one. Then there's... You'll see that on my banner. It's in the top left side of my banner. And then there's Magic Book. I did that contest. That's what got me thinking about the Wizards study. So the items in that scene will also be in... And I'll bring that up at the beginning. But there's a skull in there with a candle melting on it. But skulls. Skulls are nice. I like skulls. I have one. I'm sure you do too. Mine might be a little more hollow than others, but it's there. I don't have my YouTube channel up to see if anybody's on. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else is on here. Make sure that's muted. Yep, it's muted. Okay. Alright, let's get into it. Click. Man, it wasn't clicking. Trying to use I do CATIA for a living. I design parts of automobiles, and I was just trying to use commands for that with a keyboard and mouse. Doesn't work too well. Alright, so let me look at this from this view. Okay, so in order not to have a dialogue situation, it cannot... What you see has to be the outmost face. So you can't have a curve. You can't have a curve that goes back behind, because you can't pull it out because there'd be too much mass in between the... You can't cut the tool either. So you have to have it when it comes out the radius, like around the eye socket here. That has to be the furthest out portion for the mold to work. I know you're saying, oh, I've seen plastic like that, but plastic molds have injector slides that can slide in, be injected, and slide out, and then the part can be removed. This is just a simple machine top-down, pour in, pull out. So, that area... Yeah, you can see my hands. This area over here needs to be the outmost area. It can't go back in. So I need to project those back to that surface. And I also need to add later more area up here, so they can pour it in, and they know where... There'll be a line, but they'll know where to stop. And then that way, if you overflow, you don't overflow up onto the ledge of the mold. So, you know, I need to put that widget that puts up the name of the songs too. I don't have it. I'll do it next time. And Music by Fancy, I don't like where I have that placed. Let me move that. Let's see, where do I want to move it? Somewhere where you can see it. There you go. That looks good. Oh, this is my cell phone, by the way. I have a Logitech, what's it called? A Streamer Pro? Streamer something coming today. That's why you see the little logo in the corner right here. That logo is the freebie software that I'm using to project my cell phone to my computer. Somebody's upstairs, bounce around. Alright. So yeah, none of this can be here. So how am I gonna... I know how to do it in CAD, but... Okay. And the thing is, I can have some undercut and just tell the guy cutting the tool, don't worry about it. And his tooling will just wash it out. So let's pick that line and control down to that line. Alright, so everything on this side I can't see. So what I'm going to do is pick that, control down to that, get rid of it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody watching. Maybe that's me. Tends to do that when you watch. For some reason, watch your own channel. It says that one is watching. Now remember, this is part 2. If you want to see part 1, it's on my YouTube channel. Let's go back to the front. So I can't see this one, this one, this one, and this one. Like, these are the ones I can see. Okay, so I can't see any of these. So that one, that one, that one. Faces, L, delete, faces, 1. Kind of got rid of some here. Yeah, I can fix that. That's an easy fix. Come over here, click here, hit F, it autofills that. I don't want any triangles, so I don't want to fill across here. So let's go back to 1. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab... This might not be the proper way of doing it, but it is the way I do it. Or I will do it. Because I can't say I've ever done this in Blender before. I've done it in CATIA. E to extrude. That is, I believe, the X. Nope, it's the Y direction. And go back with that. I'm gonna grab this one and do a E to extrude Y and go back. Let me grab these faces. This face. Go to 1. We're gonna go to wireframe. Let's just see where that's at. Yeah, it looks like it's... Let's grab all those. Control. Like I said yesterday, selecting is weird to me because I'm so used to Windows. If you have a line of files, let's say these are a line of files here, or through here, and if I wanted to pick the top one and the bottom one, I'd hit top one, then shift, and the bottom one, and select everything in between. Not in Blender. In Blender, if you hit shift and you pick the top one, you just get that, you just add that one. And if you hit control, it didn't select everything in between, it went off to the side, so I'd have to come up to here and then up to there. Nope. Let's go over here and then here. Let's get rid of these ones. But it's like hitting shift in Windows. It's kind of weird. If you guys like this channel, please subscribe. You can hit the like button too if you want, or if you just want to hit the like button and not subscribe. I mean, you can even hit the subscribe button and turn off notifications. It's just I'll be doing more of these this year. It's my goal. So okay, so I go to the front view and it's not quite on the outmost right through here. And what I'll end up doing is I'll move the ridge of the eye in so it is. I don't know if you can see that. I have an eye for 3D, and I can see that there's stuff out here farther, and here, and all through, and it kind of curves back in. So maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna hit the C button. So it doesn't work. I gotta highlight them over there. We're gonna go back to solid for a second, because with solid you can pick easier. And then we're gonna go back to wireframe. What's neat is Z brings this up, but Shift Z goes in between the two, solid and wireframe. Shift Z. Discovered that by accident. I went up too high. See, I can't Shift Z that. Do that. rid of this bottom one. Alright, so all this here is behind, so I'm going to GX this stuff out. Be further out. Like that. Now this might not be exactly smooth, but the cutter will make it smooth. This isn't for rendering purposes, because if I rendered this, you're going to get some choppiness. We're talking about pouring silver. It doesn't take that kind of detail. Alright, let's see. See, can I see that surface from the front? Not really. But that is this row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this edge up in Z. GZ. Get it above that edge. We're going to grab that point and GZ that down. There's obviously a hidden point back here too, so let's grab those 2 points, go to the front. That top point's not hidden. Let's go back. Let's get that one. We're gonna go G and move that out. So let's grab all these points. Go back to the front view. I should be able to see every one of those points. Okay. I can. It's good. Let's continue that method all the way up here. All the way up to here. Just be able to see each point. I'm going to take this point, move it back in. Did I miss my point there? No, it's just widespread. Alright. Now, you're thinking, why would I do that to the other side? Well, the other side's mere modifier. So I just happen to have this little box checked. So if I wanted, I could come over on this side and pick something. You know, and like GZ, you know, I can move that. GZ, see, it moves on both sides. Mere modifier. With this little guy here. On cage. Whatever that is. But, let's go back to the front. Okay, so I need these to come down into that. So we're going to do an extrude on these ones. Let's get to where that looks flat in the screen. Because when you extrude and you're in your screen, it's relative to your screen. So if I do that and I come down looking like I'm going in the same direction, it should basically not be great, but it should give you a smoother. And actually, that came out pretty good. Transition. So now if I go to the front, what's there? Let's check this area up here. Okay, I'm gonna trim that. So that's another thing I don't know how to do. In my CAD software, CATIA, I could easily take these surfaces and trim these surfaces off to them. I know how to do that with solids in this. I wonder if I can do that. I don't like that thick line there. Is that a double line? I'm gonna see if I can separate these. Or I'm gonna duplicate them. Now I'm gonna separate them. Let's do a right mouse click, separate selection. Okay. And we're gonna hide that. Oh, tab out. Hide that. Unhide that. That have everything selected. I want to hide that. Then we're gonna tab back in. I'm gonna make a triangles here. I'm gonna well, this one will be quad. But what I want to do is I want to do something like this. And you know what? That could be a quad too, maybe. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's do. I pick this guy here and this guy over here, no, not control, shift. It's backwards with CATIA, that's why I always do that. And then I say fill, I get a line. Now if I come in here and I say this plus this, this and this, I say fill, I get the rest of it. Yeah, okay, so that line became part of that face. I always forget if it does or not. Alright, so now I got all that. So, let's see if my idea works. So, I'll hide. I'm going to take this guy here. I'm going to ask for a Boolean operation. And I'm going to pick that. And it's going to be difference. So, the verbiage they use is a little different than CAD, if you've ever done CAD. Intersect's not, it's where two opposites intersect. Unions, that's just merges them together. It's kind of like adding one to another. And difference is you take one, you take another, and you subtract, you know, like it's like a subtraction. But what it's doing is taking your target, your thing you're eyedroppering, and using it against the other one as a cutting tool. So, did that work? Maybe it's got to be solid. Maybe it's got to have an extrusion to it. So let's try that. Let's L-E to extrude. Take that out and engulf the whole thing. It doesn't come back on itself. No, good. Tab out. So now let's click this, and then we're gonna go ahead and apply it. I don't know what I did, and it didn't seem to do. Well, oh, wait a minute. Look, I got a line. All right. It didn't do it the way I thought it would do it. Like I said, Draco does CGI poorly. Or decently. My gaming's horrible. I've been doing it for, it's just, I can't keep up with these kids who seem like their brain is plugged right into the computer. I can't keep up with their reaction time. Could be my age. I used to be one of those kids when I was younger, but I'm not no spring chicken now, so. Yeah, I mean, my kids used to love playing video games with me. My youngest, 15, does not like playing Overwatch with me. Mainly because he doesn't like my playstyle. When I play video games, I play like my one life counts, because in real life, your one life counts. And he plays like he can just get back up and do it again. Now, I guess it's your approach on life. Hopefully kids don't start taking those approaches in life. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Edge. Why is that? How is that edge controlling that? You know what? We're going to go for it. We're going to go ahead and let it delete it. I'm going to get rid of that edge too. And then I'm just going to hit the F button on that. Fill it back in. Alright, let's see what that looks from the front. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Like I said, it doesn't matter all that much. Because this thing's gonna be like this big. It's gonna be small in real life. And the cutters are gonna be small. I don't even know if his cutters will be able to cut this kind of detail. I think he's gonna try. So a guy I've been working with for years with my line of work, and he said he'd look into the stuff for me. We got some more stuff here. Not over there. All right, we're gonna do this differently. We're gonna do L. I'm gonna hide that. I'm gonna do A and then delete all the vertices, and I'm gonna unhide that. I'm gonna tab out. I'm gonna unhide. Okay, where did my faces go? I didn't delete them. Apparently I did. Well, it's a good thing I can make them again, right? So we're gonna come in here, click that one, go all the way down to there. We're gonna extrude in the Y direction back to there. I didn't go up this high this time because what I'm gonna do is something like this. I'm making these surfaces. I'm using Control R to do a loop cut. Alright, so what I can do is I can take... You know what? I don't like that right there. So we're gonna change that. How do I want to change it? I'm gonna take this point and this point and hit J. No, there's a... I thought it was J, maybe it's F. And then I'm going to take that and get rid of it. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. I'm pretty sure it was J that I was looking for. Yeah, I had this point down here selected. Basically what I did is I took that and it pretty much sliced that surface in half by hitting J. I don't know where I learned that from. I've been doing Blender for a couple years now. We're gonna take this one, we're gonna GG this down. GG this one down here. So that's a lot of faces there. So we're gonna put two triangles here. I bet if I do a F here. Oh, well. No. I have no problem with five sides on a face. Especially when it's going to get divided anyways when I take it into CATIA. Let's do a fill here. Not that one there. Fill. So I'm going to take a approximate knife cut down this. It's going to look really bad. Because it's not going to be... I guess when you double click it closes it, huh? Like I said yesterday, I don't ever use this tool.
Draco sucks at CGI.
Draco sucks! Yes, I do. So how's it going?
It's going.
Headache gone?
And
this is
I get my
Samobutza.
caffeine fix, then we'll talk.
Yeah, this is Samobutza. This is who I'm doing this for. He should appreciate it. You'll hear that in a second. Or 20, 30.
Skull mold?
Skull mold? Skull mold. I have TeamSpeak push to talk, so he can't hear me when I'm talking to you guys until you guys hear it. Alright, so... Just gonna get these close.
You know what I realized, and I feel like a total, like, a-hole?
Tool? What's up?
Is apparently I subscribed to you on my main account. And I didn't realize that I wasn't subscribed to you on my other account until just now. So there's 46.
Yay!
I thought I was subscribed on both.
I don't know. I'm not subscribed to my own channel on my other two YouTube channels. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
I want to see if it pops up on the thing. It hasn't yet. That's a new little widget. Yep, there's a 46, but your name didn't pop up. What? I'll have to figure out why that doesn't work.
Should I send my guy this stream link and be like, look, my friend is streaming making your skull mold?
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, I'll do that.
I'll probably stream the Katia portion of it too.
Can you stream Katia? Is that allowed?
Why not?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a legal license.
True. I mean, people stream even illegal licenses.
I actually thought about actually doing Katia videos. I mean, there's none out there, and if they are, you can't understand the person talking because Katia is a French program.
I didn't know that. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's the same thing for my work too. Like our tool that we use, there's no information out there, and if it is, it's all in Russian.
Ugh. I didn't, you know, when people start saying Russian hackers and stuff, I'm like, I didn't think they're that good in computers, you know, because you never really hear about it. But nowadays, you hear about it all the time. They must got really good.
Oh my god, dude, they are some of the best.
Yeah,
like, their
I
tool
assume.
that they make for my work is like, there's nothing that even comes close to it.
Well, I assume they're the best if they're hacking the Pentagon.
It's, I mean, everybody's trying to hack the Pentagon.
If they are, I mean, that's what
Right.
people, you know, misinformation. That's what you get with the information highway. I don't know when information became opinion, but so I don't trust anything anybody says. You could tell me that's blue unless I see it, and I know what blue is. And I don't mean in a video, because videos can be edited. They can be taken out of context. They can be anything.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so bad these days, especially like with AI and
Deepfakes?
deepfakes.
Oh,
my god.
I saw a scary video. It showed one of the Kardashians saying some absurd stuff, and even telling you during the video that this isn't really her saying it.
Yeah,
it's a verbal deep fake. It's done with voices now.
Well, and the thing is that deep fake software is all open source. And I believe, like, I mean, with technology, it's getting better and better and better. I believe you need, like, 45 images to do a good deep fake. Like, a real convincing deep fake.
Yeah, but where it matters is, like, is with famous people, and you have way more than 45 pictures. You have full movies with these people.
Right. Well, I mean, the people on Facebook that, you know, just post selfies all the time. You know, and somebody that's a little bit tech savvy, like, all you have to do is just download this program and then put in, you know, 45 images and here's a video file. I don't know. Like, it's so creepy. I did a whole presentation on this in college.
I remember that.
And everybody's like, what? You could do that? And I'm like, yeah, and it's really scary.
My dog is trying to get down. Not like boogie down. My camera might be here. I'm looking for my phone. It's right there. Just going around merging some stuff here. Now, to cut a mold, your surfaces don't have to knit together. They just can't have a gap. So they can do this. But why? I know it's a kind of ugly Ripley surface. We're gonna smooth that out. Oh, that's really ugly. All right. So let's see if we can do a smooth on that. Let's come up through here. That's not what I was going for. There's something going on right there. F3 smooth. And then I'm going to come back over here to this first. F3. Vertices. No, why does it jump down to make sure? Oh, because I think I'm in the wrong one. Because I think they mesh shading. I don't care about shading. So you gotta watch what group that it's in now. You didn't have to do that, but so I don't want smooth shade. Mesh, smooth the vectors. Yeah, that's it. That's it. See now, look how smooth that is. Woo. But this up here, I have something going on up here. Look at that. Watch this. If I go merge vertices by distance, and I tighten this to 0.001, those are closer than that, so let's hope 0.00 or farther. I don't know how big this skull is. Wow. These are actually, this skull is huge. Oh yeah, because this is a meter. So this skull is like a meter wide. Big head. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. It's dancing. Alright. So, you're going to see it on the screen. I got that all filled in on that side there, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's... I mean, it's still going to be representative of a skull, but I mean, I guess a real skull has a big pocket there for your jaw attachments.
Yep.
Your jaw muscle pass through.
Pass through.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this line here. We're going to subdivide it, let's say, about 6 times. And now if I go to here, and I come to stuff like this, doop. I know this is kind of weird, because I'm making triangles and stuff, but for what I need it for, it's fine. Let's take this corner here. Cut that and join those two together. I did that so I can come down here. E for extrude, Y for direction, Control R.
Are the squares treated as triangles in CATIA? Like, does everything just get converted to triangles, or
everything gets converted to a triangle when you export out of Blender. An STL is all triangles. It's nothing else.
Huh.
Point clouds are all converted into triangles because all it does is take 3 points to make a surface.
Right.
CATIA could see this whole thing as one surface. But when I convert it in, it'll be all triangles. And in order to convert it into CATIA, I need another program I have for work called Polyworks. And it's our 3D scanning software where I can use the 3D laser to scan stuff. And I can use that software to bring in the STL that I take out of here. And then I take it into that program, and then I step it out of there into CATIA. So I'm going to have a hard time doing that because the dongle for that program is at work. So that's
Like what do you mean, the dongle?
a dongle, like a USB drive. It has the license on it.
Oh, gotcha.
They call those dongles.
Gotcha.
Not a cronk dongle.
Kronk dongle?
Cronk dongle.
God, whatever happened to him?
Wasn't he the guy that tried to get you to buy into something?
Yeah, he was like, give me $10,000 so I can buy a trailer. He's like, I'll pay you back with interest. And I'm like, no. But I like totally entertained the idea too for like a good week. And then I was like, nah, I'm fine.
You sure he didn't say he'll show interest?
Yeah.
I'll show you that.
Probably.
I'll show you that I'm interested in paying you back. So what I'm doing here is I'm picking these two because right now it's like brick mortars that come together. They're not at the same joint, so they're gapped. So it's two lines like this, and then the other two lines are off. So if you bring that point over, so I'm using a merged vertices, and you could do it at the first one I picked, the last one I picked, between the two, at my 3D cursor, which I never use that one, or collapse. Collapse is for like all of them. It'll take like a median. But I always, for this situation, I'm doing last. How's that volume of the music?
It's pretty good. You could turn it down like a decibel or two.
It's kind of hard because I don't have it coming in on its own channel. So right now its actual volume is set to 4.
Gotcha.
For some reason I go from 1 to 3. I can't get the 2 in there. Maybe there's no 2. I mean, I could come and do this. But that turns you down too. No!
Don't turn me down.
Today's video is sponsored by Pepsi. It's not, really. I just love Pepsi. I think I made it in the... We have a basket over there. I think I made it. It's big.
I'll just talk louder.
One thing I was thinking about doing is while I'm doing this wizard's keep, I should grow my beard out to be like a wizard. Really long.
How many Pepsis do you drink in a day?
About 4. 4 Pepsis.
4 Bebsis.
Say I got one ready. One on deck. The Pepsi I just finished, though, was from last night. It wasn't even a new one today. So, I mean, it's 1:13 in the afternoon, and that was probably a quarter full, and that I savor it. I don't slam them.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was working outside in the hot sun, I'd drink water. Because drinking Pepsi out in the hot sun will make you puke.
Do you drink them room temperature?
No. I will, I mean, if they get to room temperature. But I store them in the refrigerator.
But
Or
then all the fizziness goes away.
In the fridge? Nah.
Like anywhere.
They usually don't survive that long. Ooh, this is working. I want to loop cut that, but what I'm going to do is something a little different. I'm going to take this one and hide that guy. Now I'm gonna loop cut that. Again, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it looks ugly. Now what I'll do is I'll come from here. We'll give this a loop cut. And then we're going to play around with this to join that. I would not design a rendered image this way. And see, it's all ugly again. So we're going to tab back into that. We're going to use the C button to come in and highlight all these. Actually, I think I need to be in face mode for the one that I want, like...
How many triangles does, like, can you work with CATIA? Like, does it tell you, like, 14,000 triangles in this project?
CATIA does not. It does not care. I can't show you an example of stuff I work on, and you know why, because NDAs. Because it's automotive, and we're 2-3 years out. But I could pull the whole body side in. It's just the sheet metal, doors, all that stuff in, and all that information's there. Mm-hmm. And CATIA is okay with it. It takes a while to open.
Yeah.
Now there's a no, I'll do that. There is a way to load representations too. So like if I have an assembly and each part in it has thousands of surfaces, CATIA doesn't load the surfaces. It kind of loads a 3D representation of that. But I can't edit it. If I want to edit it, I have to double click on it. It loads it, and then I get the full information.
Oh, that's really cool. So it's like not each part is loaded at once.
Right, because that would really bog you down.
That's really cool.
Ah. I don't know what's going on right here. Right here. Got some surfaces not merged. I can't zoom in that well, so I'm going to hit P or period to zoom in there. Merge vertices at last. There we go. Alright, let's smooth this out. Go to surfaces. I'm going to grab it with the C. This is what I was trying to do when that corner was bothering me. It's my jam! Alright, then F3, it should say, still have the same command you last used with F3. Let's do that. Tab out of that. Here's a nice thing though. I can go Control Z. And then I can do it again. Alright, we're gonna pull this thing on. This is proportional editing. This is the shape of proportional editing. And what proportional editing does for you is, like, if I come in and grab this and I say G and I can move that surface, but oh, sorry, proportional, I turned it back off. G, see this? I can't see where I'm pointing. The circle that's shrinking. So you can move it. I don't know. Oh, hold on a second. It's set to 3D cursor. That's supposed to be set to 3D cursor though. Why was it doing it way over here? Let's individual. Yeah, there he goes. So I can nudge surfaces around. So let's say I want to make sure I could see these. Go to front view, go G, you can nudge it. Let's flare this out so we don't get a stuck in mold.
I totally wasn't watching your chat, but Rectum says, Mr.
Oh!
Zero.
Hey Rectum, how's it going? Yeah, I wasn't watching either, sorry. I got it on 2 screens. It's really tiny on this screen, but it's big over here. I need like a... You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to pop out my chat. I'm going to move it to my main screen. You guys can't see this though. And Rectum, where you been, man? You haven't been at premieres. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go back into first. So what I'm doing here, Rectum, if you haven't been here long, and I think you just left. I was gonna tell him what we were doing. Making a mold for you. I want to make sure that there's no dialogue situation. Let's go bigger. Go big or go home. Well, I got that going. Let's do the eyeballs. This is a weird song. I haven't heard this one. Usually his songs don't have words in it. I had the old area still selected.
Can you just look at something and tell if it's going to be dialogued?
Yeah, pretty much. I can. I mean, I still miss stuff, but... But also, in my line of business, like, some dialogue doesn't matter. Because it's foam.
Really?
Well, yeah, because you go to pull foam out, it'll collapse to come out.
Gotcha. So, like, is there a tolerance? Like, oh, the foam is going to shrink 5%, you know, like when you crush it or whatever, so you can have an overhang by 5%.
Well, we try to put a 5-degree draft on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, because the same with your silver is going to shrink as it cools.
Yeah.
And in a female pocket, it's going to pull away from the sides, which is fine. But around a male tower, and I'm waiting for somebody to get all upset about female pocket and male you know, male tool, female tool. But anyways, it will shrink onto it and crush your tool and seize up. So those definitely have to be drafted. So as they squeeze, they push themselves off.
That's cool.
But with foam, and our shrink rate in foam is usually around 2%.
Yeah, I don't know what silver is.
And that's mainly because when you're heating up stuff, it expands. So when it cools, it wants to go back to what it was. This all looks like trash. Talk to me.
What?
That's what the song says. Talk to me.
Oh.
Yeah, talk to me, viewer. Man, it makes me want to go into sculpting.
Do it.
Let me save this. Where
they
is
do
my
contraction per centimeter?
Yeah, metal, like aluminum, it's not like, oh, a certain percent. It's mass has a lot to do with it.
So 18 millimeters per meter? Man, I'm in like way over my head right now. I don't know what the heck's going on. This.
You know what I do?
Hmm.
I tell them this is aluminum, and it's going to get up to this temperature, and then they calculate it for me. The tooling houses, or I have somebody tell me. What we typically do is if we got a new material, let's say we never ran it before, we take a tool that we already have, and we already know its shrink rate. Or we'll have like a test tool that has marks on it every inch, and then we'll because we do mostly vac form. We'll vac form that material over it, then pull it off, and then let it shrink for 24 hours, and then we go measure those lines, and then you divide that what it was by that, and that gives you your shrink rate.
That's cool.
But it has a lot to do with depth of draw. So if I'm only going down like 6 millimeters, I'm barely making any shape. The shrink is less than if I'm stretching the material down 6 inches. It's gonna pull back a lot more.
I don't think that silver is gonna have a huge shrink rate.
Man, you know what? I don't even know where my pen and tablet are. Is that bad that I don't know where my pen and tablet are? Paid all that money for it. I don't even have it on my desk. Oh, it's right here. It's on top of this. Yeah. Now for my pen. Oh, it was there too. This is the weirdest case I've ever seen. So you unscrew it, and it's got your pen in it. On this side, it's got all your nibs. Each one of those little round things is a tip. And then your pen comes out. So what's all this for? I guess it's to hold the nibs. I wish this had the pen. Oh, it does have the pen shape. So you can do this. I can see you watching me. Alright. So let's I think this is connected up. I haven't had this out in a little while. I got it backwards. And it's not connecting. I don't know if I've had it connected to this computer. We'll try that later. I was gonna try to do it.
I could see you watching me. That was the creepiest thing I've ever. That was the creepiest thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah, you see, you heard it in the song though, right?
No.
Oh,
I see you watching me, and then like you just dead eye look at the camera.
And in the song, the girl singing, "I can see you watching me."
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna do the smooth. We're gonna use sculpting for this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sculpting. I just gotta remember how to do this. Why is that smooth and it's... It's not doing what I want. Maybe I got too strong. Yeah, I had it too strong. I get really good at the sculpting thing for a while, and then I just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
That looks horrible. Might look horrible. It might be practical though. And this is why you save your file.
I'm worried that there's not going to be enough resolution in those eyes to be able to cast.
You mean you don't know if he'll cast this divot? Let's switch over to a matte cap.
You didn't say that in TeamSpeak, but yes, I'm worried that it won't cast the divot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's only one way to find out. I mean, like, to be honest, let me grab a ruler and show you the resolution on this. This is let's see. This is Jaeger's poured silver YPS, and his molds are a little rough, like they aren't professionally cut at all. They're just like cut with some little desktop CNC. So I'll hold a ruler next to it and send you a picture.
I won't be able to see it.
What do you mean?
Because that's
Oh,
my
yeah,
phone.
I'll upload it to
TeamSpeak?
TeamSpeak, yeah.
I don't like that. Revert. Revert's a nice little thing. The thing is, though, you can actually cut that. So, because you're cutting, and that's just a resulted edge of a cut. So, you can keep that. I don't like this. What's going on there? Let's see, GUI. Oh, I got that horse lighting on. I don't want to subdivide because I want him to be able to open the file.
Do you just want me to upload them to the file browser so that way you can see the full resolution?
Sure.
There you go. They're in the currently streaming channel. God, my desk looks horrible. It's actually vinyl flooring on top of my desk because it's like MDF.
File transfer complete. File transfer complete.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think those little steps are about as fine of resolution as you can get.
How many ounces is that thing?
5.
Oh,
You want-
dang.
Do you want like a picture of it on a ruler to show you like size? Like
No,
better?
I see that thing at the angle. It's 30 millimeters long, which is just a little bit more than an inch, almost an inch and a quarter. Or it's over an inch and an eighth. Yeah, almost an inch and a quarter. Let's look at the next one. That's the button I was looking for.
I'm gonna take a picture of it on the desk.
So for you who's watching, that's a little tiny ingot of silver. So that's the same size as skull will be, except for it'll probably be flatter, so it'll probably be a little bit bigger. What we're going to need to figure out is if it's 5 ounce, that's weight. So I'm going to need to know the density of the silver in order to figure out what 5 ounces size would be in this skull.
I mean, yeah.
I think that would show up if I leave it sharp, because those little steps are half a millimeter.
I sent another photo in the TeamSpeak of it sitting like next to the ruler, so you can kind of get a little bit better idea in 3D space. I can grab a 10-ounce bar if you want to see that.
Yeah.
File transfer complete.
You like how I opened the picture right in Blender?
In
so you can
Blender,
see-
yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. Let me grab a couple 10-ounce bars.
I wanted you guys to be able to see it. That's watching the video, so they know what we're talking about. I'll work on this for another half hour. I mean, it is already into an hour of this video, and then really the only thing I got done was that, and stuff talking in these new ones. Let's go to the next one. Manhattan Project. I need to put that little widget up here. That one's called the Manhattan Project. Daydreamer. I'm gonna try to get to my favorite one. I play with my beer a lot, don't I? I do like this one, Himalayan. I played that on something. I used it for something. This is like mystery-ish. I like it. This might be my jam. It's called Pastimes. It's like somebody's discovering something. Let's close this nose gap up.
Here you go. You wanted to see it next to 10-ounce bars. I have this weird thing with silver. Like, you could give me two 10-ounce bars, and they just look so different. Like, so remarkably different from each other. It's kind of weird. It's like it doesn't occupy the same space. I don't know. We're violating laws of thermodynamics over here.
Thermodynamics. Oh, I think I might take these out. Oh, that's why that looks funny. The points aren't merged. Whole center line is off a little bit. Pain in my butt. I'm gonna make my announcement video today for my project I'm gonna do. As soon as my
Hey
camera gets here.
guys, what's up? It's Draco Sucks at YouTube.
Draco sucks at streaming.
Draco Sucks at streaming. I don't have my soundboard loaded up.
Draco sucks at fill in the blank.
Just ask my wife.
This one is called The Spirit Within You. It's so emotionally sweet. Okay, so let's see. Draco sucks at everything. Want proof? Ask my wife. Pretty much. I love soundboards.
You're like, nah.
You made it sound like I said that exact sentence, which is awesome. Which I completely agree with that sentence. Alright, so F3 flip normals. Ba-doop. Because it should all be blue, because blue's the outside, red's on the inside. This affects texturing and game assets and stuff like that. It wouldn't affect anything that has to do with Vertices or Master Cam, which is what he's going to cut this with. F3 again. Alright. Rawr, rawr.
Alright, that's it for the beefy. I'm going to bed.
Wrong button.
Nope, that was the right button.
Oh, Beefy's not here.
So what did your friend say about cutting?
I haven't talked to him again since the first time I asked him.
Mm.
So I'll ask him.
Slacking.
Well, I just called in a favor, so it's kind of hard to...
You just got to be like me and just pester them till it gets done.
No, that's just definitely not me. But I do pull a lot of favor, give him a lot of heads up and stuff. Send him work as much as I can. I mean, he's the best quality for the cheapest price. Not the cheapest price, but the lowest price for that quality.
Yeah.
And some of our plants, they have friends that have shops. They want to give them work. And they're like twice as much, and they don't know what they're doing.
Why is he so cheap then?
Because it's just him and a couple guys. And he's the owner. And nobody owns that company but him. He's been in business for a couple decades. He's a couple years younger than I am. He's been doing it since he was, in his 20s, and I think he's had his business since his late 20s. What is it,
Is he
demo?
single?
No.
I just threw my phone off my desk.
I thought...
What?
This is weird. The eyes weren't like that. I undid that change. Something's going on here. I hit a button. Really not happy with these eye sockets. All right, well, I'm getting kind of stressed out. And that's... All right, so I have to fill this in, fill all behind the teeth, and we're gonna end this video here. Call it quits. I'm gonna rethink these eye sockets. Probably might not do a video on that, but I'm not gonna work on this anymore right now. I gotta do a few things around the house. So, till next time, stay creative and have fun.